right. We are here for another episode of the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the World Wide Web. And you're here for episode 807. You heard that correct, 807. And our topic today is the unmarketing philosophy, why authentic relationship-based marketing outperforms gimmicks. Every time, every gimmick. You're going to get to hear more about it after we get started. We'll be right back after our quick intro. Don't you move.
Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. We are excited to have you. Certainly those that are with us live from various platforms. Hey there, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Stitch. Hey, LinkedIn. All of the places. We are so excited to have you on this episode because you know the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And I promise we're going to do just that. So if you're a business owner, you definitely want to lock in. If you are some kind of founder, even for a for-profit, nonprofit, you definitely want to lock in as we have our episode today, 807. And we talk about the unmarketing philosophy. Oh, we're going to get all into it. So go ahead and comment, like, share, shout out. We see some shout outs coming on in. Hello, Roberto and Maryland coming on in from New York. Hello. Listen, my mom will always be in the building. I can guarantee you every single time. And we got to shout out those that listen to the podcast version, whether that is Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you always. And welcome again over on YouTube. We're glad to have you. So as you're coming on in, let me introduce our guests that are with us today. Coming on in here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, we have Carol J. Dunlop with us. She is the online wow strategist. She is also a 10-time Amazon bestselling author and CCO at CSI Corporation. That's the company she founded more than 30 years ago with her husband, Alvin. Carol is also the founder of the Unmarketing Academy. Yeah, we're going to get into it. And then also joining us, Dr. Lori A. Mans is here. She is the founder and president of Quality Media Consultant Group, a business consultancy firm specializing in media, marketing, and sales strategy that help executives and business entities experience increased clientele, brand visibility, and more revenue. Known as a trailblazing business strategist and coach, Lori's expertise and first passion is sales. And guess what? There is an amazing book collaboration that you're going to hear about, Perfectly Positioned to Soar. Yep. We got it right here. So let's bring our guest on in. I'm bringing Carol up to the virtual stage first. Welcome, Carol. Glad to have you. And then Dr. Lori Mans is coming on in as well. So ladies, thank you so much for being here with us. And so Carol, I'm going to toss the ball to you first and just have you share a little bit about this amazing collaboration. You know, you and Dr. Mans are in and how it got started and all of that. So share the details.
Well, thank you so much. And first of all, thank you for having us on. I think that the other person that was supposed to come on is not feeling well and not going to be able to join us. So I want to shout out to Angie Isaacs, who couldn't make it today. But we're thinking of you, girl. I hope I do you justice with your chapter and stuff. But my name is Carol J. Dunlop, and I am the online wow strategist. And I've run my company for our company for 32 years now with my husband, Alvin. So yay, us. We still doing it. We still out here in the streets now. So to give you a little bit of background about the book, I did a summit called From Hidden to Higher Learning in, I think it was October of last year. And the summit was a big hit. All the speakers, of which Lori, were you in that summit? I can't remember. I think you were.
I think so, yes.
We've done so much things together. Sometimes I forget. But yes, Lori
Yeah.
was in there. Dr. Mans was there. And each speaker talked about a way to go from being hidden, even though you're the best things and sliced bread out there, to making more money. And we talked about similar things like we're talking about now in the book. We had some other sessions that weren't there. We had 17 speakers all together. So it was great. A lot of information, a lot of stuff was out there. And I remember right before we started the summit, God put on my heart, you need to do a book and it needs to be called Perfectly Positioned to Soar.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. Because I was talking with a client when it just kind of had a spiritual download, and that's what God said I needed to do. So I was like, okay. So I just kind of put it up because this was months and months ago. I just kind of put it up out of the way and didn't really think about it too much. And after the summit was over with, because, you know, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a coach, I know funnels and you know, online marketing and all that. What's my next thing that I need to do?
Yeah.
And I decided I had already done the summit in last October. Before that, we did a bundle, which was awesome. I got so much out of that, you know, met new people, expanded my list and things I teach my people how to do. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? It's time for a book. And we've been working on this since April when I first started sending out the information. It is a 90-day journal and strategy guide. And for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who are tired of playing small and are ready to play big in the world. And we go through a lot of things. We talk about story. We talk about being your true self. We talk about AI. We talk about so many things that trip people up that they have no idea. You know, what do I need to do? Where do I go? Should I use Claude or ChatGPT, or do I even like those? Or should I email? What? So we go through the authors who came in. Each have a story to tell on how you can do what they've done in their business and make it better. And they come from true insights. One of our authors, Jennifer McLean, she was talking about your mess is your message. And in the chapter, she talks about how, you know, can I be a coach if I'm not a coach yet, but I've gone through all the stuff that could possibly make me a coach and take those lessons and tell other people. And she talks about her struggle and how she finally got herself together and how she launched her business, and all of that is in there. And so all the co-authors have a story. Just really quickly, since I don't think Angie's going to make it. Her one is about your book is your business card on steroids. And she talks about why she says that and how to use your book to become the best known thing since sliced bread.
All right. Thank you for that background. And so that's a great segue since you kind of dropped some of the things that are in the book. So Dr. Lori Mans, your chapter, Conquer Your Digital Visibility, Get Found in the AI Age. So it is no longer just SEO, and now the new term, right, AEO. And so in an era where AI is reshaping how people are discovering brands, discovering places to shop and all of that, how does relationship-based marketing help entrepreneurs stand out?
Well, I'll tell you this, AI can definitely help you get seen and found online. But when it comes to relationship-based marketing, you're talking about your reputation. You're talking about how do people perceive you in the marketplace and how have you brought value to them that would make them want to recommend you. So relationship-based marketing is all based upon your reputation and the reviews and referrals that the people who love you will bring to you. And so relationship-based marketing is going to take you so much further than anything you can do with SEO, AEO, or any kind of O, right? Because the bottom line is relationship-based marketing means people like you and they trust you. And many people believe in the same. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. Well, that's the concept of relationship-based marketing. Right. It means people are choosing you. They're choosing to buy from you. And not only that, I like to teach my clients about the lifetime value of a customer, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't just mean that that customer is going to buy from you, and they're not just worth what they buy from you. They're worth what they buy from you plus who they refer to you.
Yeah.
And I like when people mention my name in rooms and I'm not there. And they mention my name in rooms in the form of giving a referral or a shout out to me, or they're just saying something that they appreciated about me or my company and the way that we've done business with them. And so that's what relationship-based marketing is all about. And how you can stand out with relationship-based marketing is asking your clients to mention you online, to give you online reviews, right? And also asking them if they would be willing to do case studies for you. You know, asking them if they would be willing to share a post that you do online, on any social media platform. When you ask people to refer you, recommend you, review you, those kinds of things, they usually do. But it's about making them want to do it.
Yes, and having the service delivery and the results that you get with it. I mean, if you get results for your clients, they will naturally want to. But I love that we also have to help prompt people as well and ask that they do things. Thank you for sharing that. And so certainly, Carol, your unmarketing philosophy. So as a marketing coach, marketing consultant, we are all in the same space. But I love this, kind of this unmarketing philosophy, which is rooted in authenticity and this relationship first marketing. Why do you believe this approach, and love just to hear from your vantage point, this approach consistently outperforms like gimmicks and tricks and maybe the TikTok dances or what
Yeah. Well, it has to be just like Dr. Mans was saying, it has to be relationship based. And it can't be relationship based if you don't know anything about the person that you are trying to get to hand over the money to you. You have to know who they are, like what do they like? What books do they read? What speakers do they follow? What websites do they visit? You have to know them almost as intimately as possible so you can talk to them in the language that not only that they'll understand, but a language that they can relate to and say, oh my goodness, she's in my head. She knows what I need. Why haven't I found this person before? And then you have to know what is that particular person, that avatar, that ideal perfect client that you have out there that you talk to in your sleep, that you would love to have working with you because you like working with these type of people. You have to know exactly what their number one problem is. What is waking them up at 2:00 in the morning and keeping them from going to sleep at the regular time? They're just sitting up in bed. They're popping up in bed just like those people in the movies. Oh my God,
right.
I gotta do whatever. I need money. Most of the time it's going to be money, or maybe it's a career decision. Whatever your specialty is, what is their thing? And then finally, you have to know, how are you going to solve this thing? Is it going to be a podcast where you get sponsors on? Because we're talking about making money. We're not just talking about going out there dancing in the daisies and just having fun. We're talking about making money, right? Yeah. So how are you going to make money? Are you going to get sponsors? Are you going to be on summits? Are you going to speak that way? That's going to lead you into some paid speaking gigs that you can do. Are you going to write a book and maybe do like I did, to put a lot of people in, some collaborators? I love collaborators. We have built our entire business on collaboration, and that's just really, and in order to collaborate with someone, just like I was mentioning in the beginning, I can't remember how many things that Dr. Mans and I have worked on together. So I just have to ask her, but she was with me the first time when I put out the very first book in 2017, and she was helping me with my cover. I remember that. I was like, should I do this? Capitalize something? She was like, no, ma'am, do not do that.
Listen, we need that. And I am a huge proponent of collaboration. I'm actually working on our 10th book collaboration. Yeah. Matter of fact, on one of our co-authors and platform builder clients, Gwen Finley, just popped in. Hey, girl, hey. And our 10th book is The Perfection Lie, Volume 1. And so I am a huge, over there on my bookcase, we have all of our other collaborations. So I'm a huge proponent of collaboration. And so you all's collaboration, is it available? When is it coming out? Give us all the details.
All the details, all the tea. Well,
Yes.
we are launching Thursday, August the 13th from 10 a.m. to 3. I will be doing live interviews with each of the co-authors. So every hour on the hour from 10 on the half hour, 10 and 10:30, they will come up. Now, I'm not giving out any addresses yet because everything is not quite to the par that it needs to be. We still dusting around the edges and trimming off some stuff. So, we got some time because not until August 13th, and ain't even the end of July yet. So we're still working on some things. But what I would love to do is for anyone who thinks they could be interested in the book, hey, this sounds like something good. Just go to my website, csicorporation.com, and get your free planner, csicorporation.com/planner. And that will put you on my list. And when you're on my list, you will be among the people that we're going to let know, hey, this book is out. Let's go get it. Because I have a secret. We need everybody's help to make us the bestseller. Because I am a 10-time bestseller right now. Dr. Mann's is what, two-time bestseller, I think, something like that. Mm-hmm. And we need this to be my 11th bestseller. And plus, it's going to make all of the co-authors, all 9 of them, are going to be either bestsellers for the first time, which we do have a couple of authors who are coming in for the first time, or multiple best-selling authors like Dr. Mann's, who's 2-time, Nadine Mullins Murray, who is now a 4-time, she's going to be a 5-time best-selling author, because I know this book is going to be bestseller. That's what I do. I do bestsellers.
Yeah. And so, Dr. Mann, when you were approached to be a part of this collaboration, I know you have 10 million things on your plate, but how did you find time and also the thought process of what you were going to write in your specific chapter?
Well, finding time is a challenge always, but I've always been of the belief, just like you don't find peace, you create it. So with time, I don't find it. I have to create it when it's something that I want to do. Yeah. And Carol has been a trusted collaborator for over a decade. I think we're going probably on about 15 years.
Yeah.
Knowing each other and working.
I would have known. I know.
Right. So we have definitely partnered quite a bit, and it's always worked well. So that's just, when you know somebody and you know the caliber of their work, it's an easy yes.
Okay,
right?
easy yes. Great. So, okay, awesome. And so, Dr. Mann, certainly, and I'm going to ask Carol, I'm going to toss this to you as well, but you are certainly helping entrepreneurs build visibility. And you mentioned a couple things at the top of the show, but I would say, is there a marketing practice, like a relationship-driven marketing practice that you think every business should be doing like right now, like immediately right now to see, increase in sales?
Yes, everybody should be doing a podcast. And that can be number one or number 2. My other favorite is that everyone should be doing email marketing. Mm-hmm. Email marketing really needs to be 1. Podcast is 2. And you might say, why is that? Because there's 3 million emails that come in my inbox every single day. I don't even want to look at the thing,
right.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because people buy from email marketing. They buy from email marketing so much faster than they would a tweet or whatever they call the thing on X or a Facebook post or LinkedIn or anything. They buy from your email list. And I remember our dearly departed Apostle Lugenia. I can't even say her name. Get it out of there. Lugenia. She was one of those people who said, she recently passed. She was going to do the foreword in the book. She was all set to do it. I had just talked to her 2 weeks before she just suddenly passed. So it's still a little raw, a little new, and I apologize for that because now my brain is just gone. Please take it over, Lord.
But so the thing is, Lugenia was one of those people who believed very strongly in email marketing. She believed very strongly in connecting with your target audience in a way that was authentic. And what Carol is trying to say is that, all of the major corporations use email marketing.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you shop at Best Buy, but if you do and you're on their list, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to get an email from them, if not every day, every other day. And so
bingo.
email marketing is definitely a very strong marketing strategy when you're wanting to stay connected to your audience. And if I had to add something to that, I would say video marketing. Video marketing is something that really allowed me to enlarge my footprint on the internet. And it is how I got speaking engagements out of state, where I'm in the state of Georgia, and how people found me outside of my state and asked me to come and speak in places and spaces where I never would have gotten an invitation had they not seen me do videos on social media, and particularly YouTube and LinkedIn. And so when I began utilizing video marketing to connect with my audience and to build relationship-based marketing with people who felt like they knew me because they saw me on video. It's the same concept as when you watch something on TV, and people feel like they know you because they saw you on TV. Well, video is the same way. People feel like they know you when they have watched your YouTube channel, or they've listened to your podcast, or they've seen you on any platform where they can hear or view you. And so I would say video marketing. And also I would just say, once you get them in your funnel, surveys is another thing that's a lot of times don't really put a lot of stock in, but asking people what they think. They love to share what they think. And so we all like to hear ourselves talk, and we all like to, talk about ourselves. So when people want to give their opinion, just asking them what their opinion is goes a long way. And so I think those two things, podcasting, people have been telling me for years to start a podcast. I haven't done it yet, Carol. I'm going to. I think she's trying to drop hints, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do that. But definitely, I believe that any platform where you can allow your voice to be heard and your face to be seen, where people can, get a dose of you, your brand style, and, a glimpse of what you are, who you are, what you offer, and all those things, I think it definitely helps.
Wonderful. Second that.
Mm-hmm.
And wonderful. And Carol, this, so some people might say, okay, well, this sounds like marketing. Why do you say unmarketing philosophy, the unmarketing philosophy? Tell our listeners that kind of angle.
I would love to. And thank you so much, Dr. Lori, for jumping in there. It just really took my whole brain away when I was starting to talk about Dr. Eugenia J. Rucker. So I just wanted to say she was supposed to do the foreword. She passed before she was able to do it. So in the book, I'm gonna do a tribute to her in the very front where the foreword would be. So y'all look for that, because that was hard to write. But unmarketing actually started when I put up my first book in 2017. I was working with a book coach at the time, and she said, well, what are you going to title it? What is this book going to be about? And the reason I even wanted to do a book, because I wanted to do more speaking. And I knew that if I had a book and I was an author, that I could do speaking, because it would be like, well, what have you done? Do you have a book? It was back then in 2017. That's the first thing they were asking you. Now they're asking you for your YouTube channel, but they were asking, you got to have a book. And I was like, well, I got to have a book. And I was going to write about the journey of my husband and myself, because he had a stroke in 2011. And then 6 months later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was going to talk about him at first, and then me, because I went from being carefree to being a caregiver to being taken care of. And, that was the book I was going to put out there. And my book coach said, okay, save that, put that in the back of your head. You're putting this book out there because you want to grow your business, right? I was like, yes. She was like, let's make it business focused. What can you talk about that you know about? Like on the back of your hand, you can say anything about it. What is that? And I was like, well, marketing, the things that I've done. So I chose 10 strategies that I was doing, and I put them in the book, one chapter each. And we put some other little goodies in the book. I really learned about how to create a real experience inside of a book for the readers of the book. And it's called Unmarket Your Business. And it just like a spiritual download came to me. I was like, yeah, unmarket your business. 10 ways for savvy entrepreneurs to stand out stop struggling and start profiting. So that was an international #1 bestseller.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, oh my gosh, how did I do that? And basically it was doing research, joining all these groups, talking to other authors, just, getting the tea, getting the details, and just going to work. And so after that, that was actually my last book that I did as a solo author, because that was in 2017. And then in 2020, when the world was shutting down, I went to this free challenge to show you how to do a gratitude journal, which I had no idea what that was or why I needed to do it. But I was like, okay, I'm in. And it was a 5-day challenge. On the first day, when she started teaching about you could do a gratitude journal, you could have it done this week, you could have it on Amazon and published, and you could be selling it. I was like, what? So I was like,
sign me up.
So I got off of that first lesson, and by the second day, I had already chose that I was going to do the journal, the 90-day gratitude journal for your business. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this just by myself. I'm going to bring some of my buds in and ask them do they want to join me in as co-authors? Because I figured, if I could be a bestseller and they could be a bestseller, that would be great that I could do that. I think I charged $97 and said, come in, you're only going to write 250 words that time, Dr. Mans. But it was only one question throughout, what are you grateful for today? And the 9 authors that came in there each talked about what they were grateful for in their business. And it was a various amount of things. I mean, some things were like, wow, I never thought about that. Other things like, wow, you put that in the book? Okay. Right. And then, I've changed since then, since my first collaborative book in 2020, and this book coming out now being my 11th book. And I think it's the 8th collaborative book like this. I created a system. I know how to do it. I shelled out a lot of money and got taught a lot of stuff. And I keep making it work over and over. Because if I tell you, come in my book, you're going to be a best-selling author. You're going to be a best-selling author when we get this book launched.
All right.
That's it.
That is it. And I think using the phrase unmarketing is smart, because there are a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs don't like marketing or there's a negative connotation. So to say unmarketing, I think if anything, it stops to scroll. It stops to say, well, let me take a look and take a peek at this. And so Dr. Mans, and we're coming to a close. I'm telling you, our time flew by, but gimmicks, they can create some quick attention, but rarely, does that loyalty kind of stay around. And so how have you seen authentic, like relationship-based marketing transform a business or a brand?
Well, I've seen authentic relationship marketing transform businesses, especially once you have been in business for a couple years and you have a track record of satisfied and loyal clients. One of my clients is a chef. And when she first started out her business, and she's actually in the book, Perfectly Positioned to Soar, she was doubtful that she could even build a business catering and being, a full-time chef. And one of the things that I impressed upon her was that, hey, look, a lot of people who have had your food and love it, right? And so all you have to get them to do is talk about you, mention you, give you reviews, refer you, and things of that nature. But most importantly, get visible, get online and start doing videos. And she started doing videos to the point where people were like sick of seeing her videos. And I said, honey, just let them know, prepare to be sick of me.
Sick of me.
Because once you start doing videos and it starts the internet algorithm going in your favor, then it's a wrap. People are going to start talking about you. People are going to start referring you to others. You're going to start getting noticed, and it's going to build a funnel for you, a sales funnel, and it's going to bring in leads. And so now 5 years later, she's seen it work. And that's how I've seen relationship-based marketing just
Yeah.
transforms somebody from nothing to something, becoming a six-figure business owner. And for me and my business, the same thing happened. You know, I was struggling at first in business, and, you know, I just started doing videos. I started doing email marketing, and I started just sharing what I know online, and people started saying, "Hey, how are you doing this?" And I started producing events, and people are like, "How are you getting sponsors for your events?" You know, and I started, you know, doing.
I went to that workshop. It is thebomb.com. I tell you, that's how I learned to get sponsors for my book. That's how I did it. That's the form of what I'm doing.
Carol is talking about my signature sales training, which is called Sponsorship Sales Secrets Live. And I do it every September, where I teach entrepreneurs and nonprofit leaders how to go get sponsors. And my main thing is, you know, stop using your money to fund your dreams, your goals, projects, and events, and your nonprofit. Use other people's money to fund that. And then you can go ahead and do the work that you feel like your purpose to do, called to do, and commissioned to do. And so when other people fund that for you, you're not spending your money to do it. You're actually spending your money and your time on execution. And so I've just seen relationship-based marketing work. Mm-hmm. I've seen people just drop my name in places and spaces where it resulted in a 5-figure deal for me. It resulted in a 6-figure deal for me, or it resulted in me getting a speaking gig where I then turned that into a bigger opportunity, or what have you. It truly does catapult you and your business into spaces and places where you just wouldn't even imagine.
Yes. And amen to that. Let's see here. And so I know there are people saying, okay, Dr. Mans, I need some more information. So let's do a little bit of a round robin. I'm going to put you center screen. And so if you can just share your contact information, how people can connect with you, what you got coming up, all the things.
Okay. My name is Dr. Lori A. Mans, and I am a master business coach and strategist. And you can find my company at www.qualitymediaconsultants.com. That's qualitymediaconsultants.com. And as I was speaking before, I do a signature sales training where I teach entrepreneurs and nonprofit founders how to go get sponsors. And basically my whole shtick is I like to teach you how to attract them, because there's nothing better than when someone comes to you, they call you, they email you and say, hey, I want to partner with you. So I teach you how to attract sponsors so that you can make more money and grow your business. And you can go to sponsorshipsalesecrets.com and learn about that 2-day training, which is, again, sponsorshipsalesecrets.com. And I'm all over the internet on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, YouTube, and I'm at I am Dr. Lori Mans. That's I am DrLoriManns. And I would love to connect with you. So please follow me, and I will see you online.
All right. Thank you. And then Carol, yes. How can people connect with you, follow you, and all the things?
All the things. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us on here and showcasing the book and all that we're doing here. I mean, it really means a lot to me. So I just wanted to say that. But my name is Carol J. Dunlop. I'm known as the online wow strategist. And what we do is we teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs to convert their marketing into money using their wow website, along with the marketing strategies that help to convert those strategies into cash. Because like you said before, Sharvette, a lot of women, especially, entrepreneurs in general, but women especially, that M word, that marketing, they don't want to do it. Yeah. And you've got to, because if you don't market, no one knows you're there. If no one knows you're there, that's no money. If that's no money, I don't know what you're doing. You're going to have to get a job 9 to 5. And who wants that kind of thing? Not me. Not me. So we teach our people that you have to have a website, a conversion-oriented website that showcases who you are, the same thing I was saying before, who you are, who you help, and how you do it. You have to have a wow website that when those people come to the website, they're like, oh my God, I think I've been looking for you all my life. I just didn't know it was you. Why am I just finding out it's you? And I have the perfect thing for you. It is the Wow Website Planner. It's absolutely free. It tells you what to put on each page of your website and some other things you need to know about graphics and forms and all that good stuff. Because if you follow it, you will definitely create a Wow website. And a Wow website just converts those web visitors into paying clients. So if you go to csicorporation.com/planner, you can download it for free. And I am on all of the social media except for Threads, and I'm coming off of Twitter, X, whatever it is. So mainly, let me just say this. I say all the stuff, but we got Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's CSI Corporation. That's CSI and then corporation spelled out everywhere. Our website and everything else.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, it is a wrap for the day. We thank you so much. And we wish you much continued success on your collaboration, your book collaboration that is coming out in August. And thank you for stopping by the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Wow, it is a wrap today. If you're like, oh my goodness, I need to go back and listen again. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So Sharvette.com is the best place to go. Sharvette.com has pictures and bios and clickable links for our guests today. And you'll hear more and can stay up to date with them. And also you can see past shows and what's coming up. And if you're over on YouTube and you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And certainly if you're listening to the podcast version and you just kind of like browsing and listening in and you're like, you know what, I come back to this podcast, make sure you subscribe so that you stay up to date. Thank you so much, Roberto, coming in saying great information, great show. We know you loved it. And thank you so much for being here always, all of the time on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. It is a wrap and we're going to see you all later. And actually, this is wrapping up season 2 of the 2026 season. So you all, this was a great season closing. And then we'll be back for season 3 a little bit later in the summer. So thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate everything that you all do for us. We'll see you later.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Catch Sharvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.